What is good, ladies and gentlemen, my Paper Moon fam? It's your boy, PaperSin, back with some more Halo, the Master Chief Collection Edition. And we're starting again off with Halo 1. We're gonna finish that story on Legendary. So let's get to it. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Alright. Wait. Didn't we already... I could have sworn we already... What? I'm pretty sure we already got past this. Sometime we're getting ready to go back into the cave and do all that over again. This guy again, useless. Oh my god, yo, are we really about to do this over? We really gonna have to... Wow. Hopefully not though, hopefully not. Yo, what is this?
Guys, and welcome back to a different perspective. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy, because we dropping gems over here. I came across a video talking about this whole situation with OnlyFans and why it's being shut down, and I done found the true reason as to who's behind all this stuff going down, from the hub, OnlyFans, and who knows what other adult content type platforms will be affected by this, and by this group, or by these groups.
We did go past the cave. We don't have to do it again.
I had to do some research on what this woman is talking about to make sure that it was true, and she nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. So let's dive in. Y'all about to learn what's really going on behind OnlyFans and the hub.
Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
So it's being reported that OnlyFans is banning pornography starting in October.
Yes, this is happening, and the people who advocate for the rights of sex workers have been screaming about it and warning that this was going to happen.
Jeez, we really can't drive.
Nobody was listening. Let's talk about how we got here, why this happened, and why we're not even close to being done with it yet.
Come on, Florida!
So most people know that there was a massive scandal involving the hub not too long ago. I don't want to go into specifics because I don't have the time and I don't want this video taken down, but there was content that was unacceptable on their website. This sparked a movement that's colloquially known as Trafficking Hub, cancel porn. You've probably seen the icons on
We really can't drive.
But the Trafficking Hub movement was advertised as a movement to hold the hub accountable, whether that's
Maybe they took
the
cover in
website
that
as a whole
structure
or just
and
better
shut it down.
regulation of the website. That was the goal, is it was targeting the hub.
Now, we'll just pause that for a second. I looked it up, what she's talking about with Trafficking Hub and all this type of stuff.
Get out.
And she couldn't
Get out.
be more
Get out.
true. Now,
Get
if you don't understand the hub, part of the reason why the hub has been able to get away with so much for so long is, now back in the day, the hub was able to get away with some things like having copyrighted content on the platform because they proclaim, hey, we're like YouTube in the sense that any user can get on, create an account, and upload whatever content that they please.
Oh,
so you can't put it on us that we're putting this stuff on our website. It is our users that are putting this stuff on our website.
Trafficking Hub, though, was a movement aggressively backed by a very evangelical extremist organization called Exodus Cry. Exodus Cry is puritanical and Christian. That's a group of people that don't like a lot of money from this movement.
Everything she's saying is true. I looked it up.
Exodus Cry was only getting so far by pressuring the hub itself, so they went after people who literally give them their money, MasterCard, Visa, and whatnot. The credit card companies, feeling pressure from these organizations and not wanting to be associated with the hub, decided to cut
why
ties.
aren't you...
And now the hub only allows verified content creators,
annoying.
something like that. I don't actually understand the exact specifics, but they got rid of the majority of their content. There's a larger conversation to be had about how liable the hub is for the content that was found on their website and what the consequences of that should be. But the success they had with severely crippling the hub has only emboldened Exodus Cry.
So, to better understand, if you haven't been in the loop with what's going on, specifically with the hub, going back to them, is like she said, only verified content creators have been able to upload content, meaning people had to show proof, kind of like how Tinder is, show proof that you are who you say you are, and the content that you upload only belongs to you. So they're expecting for you to be in the videos that you're posting to their platform. So anything that wasn't that or didn't look like that was removed.
I know there's still a couple.
Exodus Cry, an organization that wants to make everything down to strip clubs illegal, has the backing and funding of millions of people who think that the organization is just trying to protect sex workers. Trafficking Hub was a movement advertised as justice for sex workers and hold the hub accountable, but nobody bothered to read the mission statement of the organization that was funding it. OnlyFans is just the next domino in the entire industry of dominoes. Exodus Cry and other organizations like it know that credit card companies is where they can hold these websites by the balls. Sex workers' rights advocates saw this coming a mile away because they knew as soon as they could get the largest company in the industry to fold, they could get the rest of them to fold by the same method.
And the largest company in the industry that they're speaking of is the hub.
Because if the hub can't afford to play ball with the credit card companies, OnlyFans sure can't either. Exodus Cry, despite being a right-wing puritanical organization, has successfully gotten millions of dollars from both sides of the line. So why would they stop?
Oh, give me all those grenades.
OnlyFans is just the beginning, and the sooner people realize that, the sooner we can start to counteract it, because they are not even close to done.
So when you think about it, it makes perfect sense for OnlyFans to be like, oh, well, look, we're going to get rid of pornography on our platform altogether. What's the real flaws?
I think I have subtitles on this.
When I read a little bit deeper into some of these organizations that she's speaking of, is not as pretty as they may make it seem to be. You know what I'm saying? Just like with any religion out there, how there's things that go on within the religions, that how they treat people. Some of these organizations have that fault as well, right? So when you think about what these organizations have been able to do as far as going after the credit card companies, that was the perfect thing that they could have done in order to fight against these adult websites, was to go after the credit card companies. Because if the credit card companies aren't going to deal with them, then it's going to be very difficult for them to accept money on their platform. Because doing a little bit more research into this, it seemed as though these adult websites, these adult platforms, only really take credit cards as forms of payment. So if you're going after the credit card companies, then these guys will have to change the way they accept payments, which will leave these holes wide open for potential scammers to get in and create fake currency or to steal currency from elsewhere in order to pay for this service that they're receiving from these websites. So they're only using credit cards from my understanding. So going after the credit card companies makes perfect sense. Now, going back to the OnlyFans girls. Sorry, ladies, a bunch of y'all no longer the bosses and entrepreneurs that y'all thought y'all were gonna be for however long y'all thought y'all were gonna be it. I know a lot of y'all thought, hell, look at me. I think I got another 5 to maybe 10 years of a decent looking body as long as I stay in shape for these men to want to pay for me. Now that's coming to a halt real quick. What you gonna do next? There may be a platform that come out that is similar to OnlyFans that will accept only this type of content. I feel like that's gonna happen. There's gonna be a new adult company that's going to emerge from the dust of the OnlyFans fall, so that these women can have a platform to do what they do.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
Only time will tell. Only time will tell, but y'all know what
I tried to rescue them.
Like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, stay tuned for more. As always, you can follow your boy on Gram and Twitter. It's right here at All The Kicks. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. See ya.
I need help. Gains are good too. Yo, they still chasing me? I'm still being chased. You know what? Bring it. Bro, you still here? Alright, whatever. I dare you. There you are. Y'all done? Y'all done.
That's the last of them. Roger that. I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn.
I still need help.
The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upstream.
Health. Ooh. Health. Nope. Did I pass it or accidentally take what? I'm pretty sure there was some health around here somewhere.
There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Welcome aboard, Master Chief. Ready for dust off.
Oh, here, duh. Hello, and thank you. Yeah, the Marines were kind of just ended up as my meat shields. They didn't, keep themselves alive, but you know, they tried.
Move out,
Not really, but
Lieutenant,
okay.
And then we'll need your help on a rescue mission.
Hey everyone, it's Scrubby, and today we're going to be doing another one of these scary story videos.
I usually only get mad around my mom.
The enemy has
My mom
captured
just
Captain
likes to
Keyes
push
and are
my
holding
buttons.
him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Yo, what?
Once
Hey,
we
wait,
get
what?
inside the
We got a
ship,
sniper now?
I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Yeah, I'll take it. I missed my pistol
Get 'em,
though.
Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour.
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon
to
the
the right,
Covenant
gotcha.
position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
Y'all just running around now. Like y'all running around like crazy. That's annoying. I really want to take out the big guy. But this, he's just running around everywhere. There we go, that's better. Pretty sure that was all of them in that little spot. Let's move up a little bit. Ah, shit. Don't go in yet, guys.
Let him have it!
Yep, they're going in. I did not mean for them to go in. Nah, bro.
Follow me! That can't be all of them.
It's not. So please don't go in yet. Why aren't I this good with a sniper rifle in fucking Apex? Like for real.
Lost contact. I don't see him either. Does anybody see him?
I see him.
Nobody on this.
that's bad. Alright, fuck it, let's go. Oh, y'all dunzo. Real dunzo. Just don't die. Don't stay too close behind me. You'll just get in my way or die.
Motion tracker shows movement around the next bend.
We'll be ready to advance as soon as you call for us, Cortana.
I know we're gonna get a no scope eventually. Took too many tries, but we got it. Yo. Okay, now I just suck. Where'd all my skill go? Nah, bro, nah, don't go in there. Don't go in there. I thought we were a little too. Bro, I need to stop. Hi.
Who's with me?
There's at least one more. Ooh, shit. Seriously? Seriously? Okay, that tree's obviously in the way then. Oh, no!
She starts fights.
Does anyone else think it's just a little bit weird that every kid that goes on Dr. Phil swears that they do nothing wrong and their parents just crazy for bringing them here? Like, alright guys, you do realize this man has a reputation for having train wrecks on his television show. At a certain point, I don't think he would be bringing on people faking it. It's always like something that makes no sense. Yeah, my mom was provoking me, and that's why I stole her car and totaled it. Like, this still doesn't make it okay, bro. Just because your mom did something first doesn't mean you can always react 10 times harder. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am, and today we're gonna be taking a look at a Dr. Phil video of this like spoiled kid that basically just blames his mom for everything, says that every time he freaks out, you know, it's her fault. And listen, I'm gonna say this, I think that this mom's definitely got some stuff that she needs to work on too. And that being said, spoiled mom does not sound as good as spoiled teen gets roasted on Dr. Phil. You know, you gotta think with numbers. But yeah, it should be a pretty fun video, and without further ado, let's get into it.
I've gotten mad to the point where I blacked out and I do irrational things.
Don't.
She should not be afraid of me.
Yo, bro, hold up. Did he just end this clip with "Don't be afraid of me"? Dog, I just witnessed a video of you smacking your mom's phone out of your hand while explaining to me that you get so mad at her for telling you to get off the Fortnite that you black out. Like, alright, I'm not saying that you're big enough to, like, be super afraid of, but yeah, I understand why that person would be a little bit afraid of you. You just make me so mad that I black out and start acting irrationally and can't control what I do with my anger. I don't know why you don't want to hang out with me when I get pissed off. It's almost like some people just say sentences and they just don't compute that they just said them, you know? Oh, yeah.
Why are y'all here in my way?
Blacking out in anger and admitting that, you know, I do things that are irrational. That is kind of scary. Call me crazy, but like, I understand Dr. Phil has a doctorate degree, but I don't feel like you need it to tell people that that's just not a good idea. If you need a bald man with that hairline to tell you it's
I'm
not
trying
a
to keep
good
y'all
idea
alive.
to,
Y'all
like,
need to
black
chill.
out in anger at your mom and then not know why she's afraid of you, then I don't know what to tell you, man. It looks like putting 2 and 2 together was never your strong suit in the first place.
She's trying to get me in trouble. My mother overreacts over the tiniest situations. It's really confusing, and it is overdramatic.
Turn down the stairs, right here.
Dude, I just love the way that this thing has been edited, man. I don't know if, like, there's a lot more that they edited out that just didn't make him look as crazy, but he's like, yeah, dude, my mom gets crazy and acts super dramatic. Meanwhile, the clip in the background, throw me down the stairs. Like, dude, it's so well edited. I have to give a chef's kiss over at the Dr. Phil production studio. I also just feel like this is how everybody feels about their parents, bro. I feel like everybody feels like their mom overreacts when they get mad. I think that's just a natural human reaction. Nobody wants to admit that their mom has a really good reason to be pissed off. Like, this kid's getting in trouble and yelled at all the time. What's easier to cope with? Ah, man, I got a lot of problems, or like, my mom.
Everybody in the family has a certain role. You have a little sister who's 18 months old, right?
Yes.
And she has a role, and her role right now is to be a baby.
Man, give a round of applause to Dr. Phil for explaining what a baby is. Ladies and gentlemen, the absolute gem of psychological practicing everywhere. Now, remember, kids, when you're
Just
yelling
hang
at
back
your mom,
in general, like, I
you
don't even
gotta
need y'all
remember
here.
that everyone in the family has a job. And if you have a baby, the baby's job is to be a baby
That was terrible.
and poop in its diaper. But what you gotta remember is that the job market is hurting in America. Like, dude, what are you talking about? I understand what he's going for. You know, like, each person in the family has, like, a thing they're supposed to do. But going with baby and being like, the person who does nothing's job is to do nothing. I get it. It's just a weird way to go for it. I see. Me, as the edgy older brother's job is to make everyone's life hell.
What's your role?
I would say just,
Cortana to Fire Team Charlie. Move up on the left.
my role is
You should be
just
able to flank the enemy.
Dude, Dr. Phil just laid the trap card, ladies and gentlemen. If your job is to be a kid, then why are you always arguing with your mom? Because parents shouldn't argue with their kids, vice versa. I bet you it's gonna be something like that, dude. I'm telling you, you watch enough Dr. Phil, you can just start to predict him, man. Like, I'm a psychic, I can see the future. Not in anything useful. I can't help you bet on sports games or pick lottery tickets. I can just predict what daytime television shows are going to say next because I've reacted to so much on YouTube.
Because I couldn't agree with you more. And
Yo, I don't need reinforcements. I can handle this myself. You gave me a sniper rifle. I'm good.
going to school and having a social life.
Oh, hold up.
In a family unit, is there supposed to be somebody in charge?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, the way that this kid sounds like life wants to go, like if he got his way, sounds dope. He just has to go to school and have a social life, and then everybody else has to deal with everything else. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like a pretty good deal. If he manages to get that worked out, it's pretty smooth sailing from there.
Oh my god, see, y'all are just in my way.
Dr. Phil did lay the trap card. Who's in charge of the family unit? You're right, the mother. It's the ultimate betrayal. By admitting that he is a kid who should have to have fun, he admitted that his mother has to be in charge. A move that powerful has not been seen since the mid-1400s. Dr. Phil has gone medieval.
And you said one of your roles is to go to school.
Let's take him down.
Are you?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing actually very well.
Yo, you can tell this guy's not actually doing very, very well in school because, like, the hesitation.
Oh, 2 for 1, cool.
How you doing in school, son, when you're not smacking the phone out of your mother's hand and blaming her for everything? That's Norwegian for I don't actually go to school that often, bro. I feel like when you're on a TV show, you just gotta know that they're only asking you questions they already know the answer to. Like, Dr. Phil's not gonna ask you a question and then you be like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Nah, bro. He's got the graphics made already. I do feel bad for this guy, too, because, like, listen, obviously this guy's spoiled. He's freaking out on his mom.
Holy shit, y'all gotta get out of my way.
But at the same time, his mom's reaction to it was, well, better put him on television so people can react to it.
Really? because here are some notes from your school. Refusing to work. Made comments about blowing up the bus. All on it.
Ah,
Pretty
seriously?
antagonistic.
You done? Is it over? Is it over? Hey, there's people still live.
I don't see anything. We're clear.
I'm gonna check over there. Oh, wait, yeah, over there. And invisibility wore off. I literally forgot that shit existed.
Oh, crap.
So there's one more.
Firing.
Wait, what?
One motherfucking hour later.
Holy crap. We got it. Can I get your gun? No? Oh. Does this have any ammo? Ammo? Okay, cool. Where's the other one at? Up here? No, hell no. Yo, we don't have we're running out of weapons to switch to, and freaking hunters, man. Ridiculous. Shit. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, yo.
We've reached the gravity lift and are ready for reinforcements.
And I would like some
Copy
ammo.
that, Cortana. Hold tight, gentlemen.
Like
Bullhammer out.
something.
Once we're inside the ship, I can home in on the captain's command neural interface. He'll probably be in or near the ship's brig, which should narrow our search.
This took way too long.
Echo 419 inbound. Clear the drop zone.
Any other type of guns, human ammo, anything? No? Okay, cool. Hey. Woo, baby. Let's go. Alright, what else we got? Pistol? No? No? Okay. Any other human remains around here that can give me stuff that I need? No? Alright, sounds about right. Let's go. Alright, let's do it. Whew! Yeesh! Y'all may never know how long that took me.
We're in. I've got a good lock on the captain's CNI transponder. No Covenant defenses detected.
Oh. I always thought it took like one shot to the back for them to kill them. Bro. Why you taking so longer than the last one? Finally. Oh my god, yo. Anything else? I'm the only one alive? Makes sense. I don't know if I even want to go in there right now. I need ammo and like everything. Grenades. Health would be nice too. Or extra health bars would be nice. Can't call for backup here. You guys are the most annoying. Oh shit. Actually, I take it back. The ones with the shields are the most annoying. Yo, is there any more health out here I can grab? I'm pretty sure it's no, but it would be nice if there was any health hiding somewhere in the corners. No? I already got the one that was there. I sure did. At least I got some ammo for my needler. This is some hoe shit. That's annoying. Stop playing with me. Everyone has their points that they reach, their peaks. Shouldn't play with them past that. Y'all long hit my peak. Shit, we're still over here. I guess it's a better start than last time. Where you at? Where you at, bro? You gotta be kidding me already. Alright, it's gonna take a while, so.
Hello, everyone.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that an ender dragon should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its massive body off the ground. The ender dragon, of course, flies anyway, because ender dragons don't care what Minecraft builders think is impossible.
Welcome to Game Theory, the show that's closing in on 15 million subscribers. By the way, did you know that every time you ring the notification bell, an ender dragon gets its wings? It's true. Try it. Oh, there's one right now. Look at him go. So majestic. You did that. You. And sure, I get that some of you might not want to give an ender dragon anything since it's, you know, the brutally destructive final boss of Minecraft, but by the end of today's episode, I think you're gonna be changing your mind. I think you'll also be wanting to snap up some of the new back-to-school theoryware we just launched. Yeah, it wasn't a great transition, but I had to figure out a way to let you know that the new Game Theory backpack, pencil case, and keychain supplies are starting to run out, so make sure you grab them before they go the way of the ender dragon, extinct. Need something that can fit 5 honors textbooks and 3 binders because you're a smart theorist? Boom! This bag can handle the load. Or maybe you're not in school and you're going on a hike or doing some extracurriculars or just doing some traveling. Well, with pockets galore and tons of straps, you'll be going strong while on the go with this newest batch of theoryware, so make sure you grab it before it's gone. Now, today's theory is a bit overdue in my Minecraft lore series, considering that my first video started at, funnily enough, the end with a capital E, that is. In that episode, I mentioned the Ender Dragon only briefly, speculating that, based on the achievement for defeating it, titled Free the End, it seemed that the Ender Dragon was a tyrant oppressing the society of Endermen. But, after digging into more of the game's secrets, I don't think that's the case anymore. Or, at least it's not the full story. Sure, it might be easy to look at the Endermen, the descendants of an ancient builder civilization transformed by spending generations in the end and subsisting off of a diet of chorus fruit, and presume that they must be at the mercy of this powerful dragon that rules over them. But if we dig into the evidence, it actually tells us something very different. So today we're gonna focus on Jean and her story. Oh, sorry, is that name not ringing any bells for you? Well, it should. It's confirmed by Minecraft creator Notch and other members of the Minecraft development team that Jean is the official canonical name of the Ender Dragon. Apparently, Minecraft Steve got his name the exact same way, a random comment by the franchise's creator, so as far as I'm concerned, these 2 names are equally official. Anyway, today is all about Jean and how we as the player have been ignorant of the fact that for the past decade, the game has been begging, nearly screaming at us to not kill her. That's right, we're supposed to spare the Ender Dragon. But to understand why, let's start at the beginning of the end. So, to call Jean the Ender Dragon is a bit misleading. Sure, she's the only dragon found in the end, but the important detail we tend to overlook is that it wasn't always that way. The end gives us clues that, at least at one point in history, multiple Ender Dragons made their home here. For evidence of this, just look at the End ships found throughout the dimension. These things have dragon heads mounted onto their masts, clearly the spoils of battles against dragons that once populated this world. And this already tells us a lot of different things. Not only that dragons, plural, once existed in this realm, but also that a dragon hunting civilization existed. A hunter civilization that apparently must have been pretty successful, judging by the dragon heads found at the mass. And if you're asking who these dragon hunters were, well, I think the answer at this point should be fairly obvious. That society of ancient builders that we've been tracking ever since episode 1 of this Minecraft lore series. Whoever constructed these massive flying ships were clearly builders. The End ship is just this impressive feat of engineering with floors constructed from the finest obsidian. There's also the fact that the ship is protected by shulkers, a mob that you might be tempted to write off as just a weird creature shoved into the head to round out enemies found there, but it is so much more. You see, if you read the entry for the shulker in my favorite go-to Minecraft lore book, The Mob Bestiary, which, as a reminder, is written from the perspective of an in-world adventurer and researcher, the shulker is blocks might actually be man-made. To quote from the book, the exterior of the shulker may be a natural adaptation to help conceal it, or it may be engineered by the city's architects. Huh, that is a weird thing to call out there, book. What a huge logical leap to make. I don't know about you, but it seems to me like it's heavily implying that that is the right answer. That the shulkers were actually engineered by builders. Still, whether these shulkers are a feat of bioengineering or just an instance of cleverly domesticating a native end species, one thing is clear: whoever built the end ships were serious about science. So why were the builders hunting dragons? Were they merely trophy hunting, tracking down the biggest and most dangerous game just because they could? We've talked in past series how the civilization demonstrated a lot of hubris, convinced that their ability to build gave them the power of gods, with power over life and death. So could the war against dragons just be another extension of that? Maybe, but I don't think it's just that. Case in point, the Elytra capes that enable the player to fly. These capes are kind of like the final reward in a traditional game of Minecraft. You beat the dragon, you get access to the end ship, and boom, you find this unique item that can only be found here. And not only are they barrier, and something tells me that Gene lacks the opposable thumbs capable of forging glass. Something else is going on here. Some series of builders wanted this dragon to stay alive, so they built an elaborate security system to make sure that dragon stayed alive. And so we have evidence that suggests two conflicting stories: a ship that seems like the product of builders who are into slaying dragons, and a dragon protection defense grid that seems to be built for the opposite purpose. So what is going on here? Was there like a civil war? Did the builders who came to the end split into two factions, one side taking the role of dragon slayer and the other taking the role of dragon worshipper? If that was the case, why would anyone in their right mind side with the dragons? After all, the Ender Dragon is a hostile mob. Why would someone take it upon themselves to defend the dragons? Well, it seems to suggest that the hunters were too successful, to the point that they nearly hunted the Ender Dragon species to extinction. In real-world ecological studies, there's something called K-selection theory that basically aims to explain how various animal species ensure that their offspring survive. K-selection theory is founded on this constant trade-off between quality and quantity of offspring. On the quantity side of things, you have insects who can produce hundreds, thousands, even millions of tiny little babies in a lifetime. Needless to say, when you're laying that many eggs, each individual ant baby is not going to be getting a whole heck of a lot of tender love and care. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you got whales. With some species of whale, like the sperm whale, having a single baby every 5 to 7 years. This means that each individual whale is a lot more investment. Its whale parents are going to spoil that thing like an only child. And bring this biological detour up because it brings up an interesting point about the animal kingdom. The larger an animal species is, the more likely it is to favor quality of offspring over quantity of offspring. Smaller animals like insects, rabbits, and birds can afford to have a lot of babies at once, so larger species like whales, elephants, and rhinos are much slower to reproduce. The Ender Dragon seems to fit with that latter category. It is massive, and it only leaves behind a single egg. But what this reproductive strategy also means is that megafauna, the big animals, while being attractive targets for hunters, are also the species that are most at risk of being hunted to extinction because of how slowly they reproduce. During the 1800s, for instance, the eastern Pacific gray whale was hunted for their blubber, nearly reaching the point of extinction. And mind you, these were not high-tech humans. These were guys in wooden ships powered by sails and armed with harpoons. Still, even with rudimentary tools, those guys were capable of making some substantial damage. More recently, the African elephant population has fallen from an estimated 12 million near the start of the 20th century to a mere 396,000 in the span of 100 years, with the main culprit being human hunters poaching them for their ivory tusks. Heck, even as far back as the Ice Age, many scientists believe that, well, yes, the changing climate wasn't doing the woolly mammoth any favors, a major contributing factor to its extinction were humans, at a time when they were just literally cave people throwing around pointed sticks. And when you put it that way, what the end ship represents looks far less heroic. It seems a lot less like valiant heroes defying the odds to defeat an insurmountable foe, and it starts to look a lot more like humans doing what humans sadly do best: find a large, attractive target, hunt them down, and don't know when to stop. In fact, it's quite possible that there was no civil war between one faction of dragon hunting builders and another faction of dragon worshipping builders.
Oh, shit.
Honestly, it could just be a simple case of a single civilization hunting the Ender Dragon to the point of extinction. extinction, and then realizing, whoopsie, we're on the verge of wiping this thing out. Time to reverse course. In fact, not only are we gonna stop hunting these things, we're gonna do everything in our power to preserve the only one that we've got left. And hence we have the still remaining defense mechanisms put in place to protect Jean, the last Ender Dragon. And believe it or not, but this lines up perfectly with behavior that we see coming from our Endermen, the evolved versions of our ancient builders. The Endermen peacefully coexist with Jean, neither attacking the other. But, true to their roots, the Endermen are still capable of dragon hunting if forced to. If they're hit by splash damage from one of the Ender Dragon's attacks while you're fighting it, the truce is off. They retaliate and begin fighting for their lives. That old dragon hunting spirit dies hard. Unfortunately, any hopes that the Endermen might have for restoring the Ender Dragon population are meaningless. Sure, they may have decided to stop hunting, but they were too late. While the Ender Dragon does leave behind an egg, that dragon egg is inanimate. There was just a female dragon, Jean, to lay the egg, but due to the lack of a male dragon, her egg isn't fertilized. It's incapable of hatching. Nothing more than a trophy for whatever hunter might arrive to slay the last of the Ender Dragons once and for all. This is also why I suspect that the player is unable to craft Elytro rings. Canonically, we lack the materials. Jean's body can't be plundered and harvested for enough materials, and there are no other dragons that we can get the proper resources from. Therefore, we're left with the only Elytro wings that exist in the world in the End ship. Players of Minecraft, myself included, have long speculated that the act of freeing the End means liberating the Endermen and the rest of the End's inhabitants from the tyranny of the Ender Dragon. But it could be that the one who truly becomes free in that moment is the Ender Dragon herself, left as the last of her species by a race of builders that hunted them to near extinction, and then preserved forever by those same builders who will never really be able to atone for what they did or reverse the consequences of those actions. An Ender Dragon forever alone, forever sad at the loss of a race. So on one hand, we absolutely shouldn't kill the last of the species, but on the other hand, it might just be freeing her from her quite literal eternal torments. But hey, speaking of
Yo,
eternal
how many
torments,
waves do we have to
school is
keep
back in
going
session.
through? For
So
real,
whether
for
you're
real.
15 or 50, consider this your last call for our theory backpack and keychain. The backpack especially was built with storage and security in mind, so it can hold a lot of your stuff and keep it safe no matter
gun?
what it is. So you have plenty of room to fit your
No gun.
diamonds and books and laptops in there while keeping them safe. Links for that backpack and all the other new Theoryware items are right below this
No
video.
gun. Come on, give me a gun.
Always remember, just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
The ones with the shields are literally the most annoying. Do I hear hunters? Or is that just the YouTube video?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy
Mowgli
shit,
from the
finally.
Jungle Book here. Today, I'm going to be talking about Kingfisher Airline.
I feel like I still hear things scurrying about. I knew it. Plasma grenades, Neeland. Okay, so we really do have to go this way. Shit. It's annoying. Wish we could grab some health from somewhere, yo, for real. That gun is so good against them. Got a checkpoint? Good, good, good. Damn, that dude went flying. Finally. Alright, yep, I'm done for now. I'm done for now. Let's play League or some shit. Let's go lose in League or hopefully win, but get trolled by some weak ass teams. Where's my? Oh, here we go. Yep. Feels better. Alright, forgot I was recording. In the video here, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed. A lot of dying. That was bullshit. Anyway, if you're watching on Twitch, we're gonna switch over to League. But as always, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. In case I don't see you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace, and much love to you.